Barn looking into proper clipper maintenance.
We're here with Dana Boyd Miller, and we're talking care and maintenance of our clippers. Dana, what's the first thing that we should really do to make our clippers last longer?
Well, oiling frequently is going to prolong the life of your blade and keep the blade cool. Also, it'll help the horse stand quietly. I like to oil probably every 15 to 20 minutes, and I'll use a timer. I'll set an egg timer for 15 to 20 minutes. Another way I'll remember to oil is I'll break my horse into sections. Like I'll do his head and, I'll do his neck and shoulder, and then I'll oil. I'll clip his barrel, then I'll oil. I'll also clip his hind hip and back leg, and then I'll oil. By oiling frequently, you're doing a few things. You're going to, like we said, keep the blade cool and prolong the life of it by keeping the edge on it. But you're also going to do something for yourself, and that's called standing up and stretching. If you stay bent over all day long in that one position, you'll be so sore at the end of the day. So by oiling frequently, you're taking care of actually all three of you, your horse, your machine, and yourself.
And keeping that edge on that blade is important because we're talking about how sharp it is. Now, why sometimes do I get three distinct lines and hear some funny noises in my clippers?
Well, on our machine, we have a patented technology, and it's called our blade drive. Right here. This is the piece that's made to wear out. When you see those three distinct lines and you hear it kind of barking, that's an indication that the blade drive has worn out. When you see hair being lifted on the body, that's different. Like if you've clipped over it and you see some stray hairs sticking up, that's actually a sign that your blade needs to be replaced.
Now, is it okay to still use a clipper in my blade if I'm missing some teeth on the blade?
That's an excellent question. No, if you're missing teeth on your blades, like right here, and on this 40 blade, particularly on the 40 blades, when you're missing teeth, you take a really good chance of grabbing the skin on the horse versus clipping the hair. And when you're clipping with a close blade like that, it's really important that you're clipping only hair. When you nick the skin, it starts to make the animal suspicious. One of the ways, the proper way, I'm sorry?
I said I would say.
Oh yeah, let's go ahead and nick them instead of clip hair. When you want to oil, the way I like to do it is I will take the blade off of my machine. I'll also remove the cap, and I'll sweep the extra hair, because as you have hair that builds up, I'll sweep the hair off, sweep it off the blade. And the reason I do this is the hair will soak up the oil. The only thing that we oil on our machine is the blade. So by taking off the extra hair, that makes it so that you're oiling only the blade and the oil isn't sucking up into the motor. We also have a little saying that says turn the machine on to put the blade on. And that's because this piece right here has to fit into the socket on the blade. So with it moving, it's easier for that blade to sit down on the socket.
So it kind of basically lines up your drive shaft with the sprocket to get it going.
Exactly. When you oil, you want to run a line of oil across the teeth, a little on each wing, and a place right here, it's called the back rail. You want to oil there. Basically any place where metal's touching metal. And I'll put a drop just here and here. I'll turn them on, let them run, just to kind of move the oil around, and then shut them off, wipe your extra oil off. I'll do that wipe off procedure a couple of times. As the top blade goes back and forth, it'll push oil to the side. Now the cool care, anything that says cool, typically your cooling agent is alcohol. Alcohol breaks down oil. So if it's our product or anybody else's, when you see cool involved, remember that there's not enough lubricant in that product to be specifically a lubricating oil. What it is it's a disinfectant. It's excellent for cleaning and sterilizing. When I work on horses, and this is what I'm talking about right here, is cool care. Down here in Florida, we have a big problem with fungus. So what I've found is by using my cool care after I've clipped over a fungus area, I'm not spreading the fungus through the same horse, and also I'll use it when I go from one horse to the next. It's kind of like barbicide, where you're disinfecting your blades so that you're not transmitting anything.
So we're keeping our horses healthy while keeping our clippers in good shape. One more thing I'd like to ask you, because we've talked about the edge on the blades already.
Yes. How
How often should we sharpen them, and how would you sharpen?
I would recommend, if you're going to have your blades sharpened, and I do have mine resharpened, I have some that have been sharpened as many as 10 times, you want to send them to an authorized person. Some people want to try to do their own sharpening, and that's okay, but what will happen is the blade will become wavy and it won't clip correctly. So make sure to send your blades to somebody who has gone to school to learn how to sharpen.
So again, our clippers are investments. Take care of them and make your investment last just that much longer. Thank you, Dana Boyd Miller.
Thank you.